The 2026 Fiesta Bowl was a classic between the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. The Miami Hurricanes won 31 to 27. Senior quarterback, he been a quarterback for like 12 years almost. Carson Beck scored the game-winning touchdown late in the game, advancing to the national championship against the winner of the Peach Bowl. This was a very entertaining game. I actually compared this game to the Rose Bowl years ago between Vince Young, Reggie Bush, the Texans versus the USC Trojans. And in my watch party, I literally said, like, this is giving me that same feeling. And Vince Young, the game winning play was him scrambling, and Carson Beck did the same thing. Um, Much respect to the Miami Hurricanes. Although I was rooting for Ole Miss, I give credit where credit is due. They made some big plays, and they were able to capitalize and in some key moments. But Ole Miss gave them a run for their money, man. I respect the game plan as well by the Hurricanes to play Ole Miss as well. Quarter by quarter breakdown. The first quarter, the Hurricanes were up 3-0. And they maintained time of possession fairly well, especially in that first quarter. Second quarter, we had some popcorn worthy moments. It was a back and forth. Miami won that quarter 14-13. Ole Miss won the second half 3-0 in the third quarter to start, and in the fourth quarter, Miami edged them 14-11. I was I was very impressed by quarterback Trinidad Chambliss of Ole Miss, man. This brother gave it all he had, and he definitely will have a bright future, next year playing. I mean, he made some huge plays in this game as well. Keywan Lacey uh, got the first touchdown for Ole Miss, and I thought it was a very like huge play just for the fact that it didn't seem like he was going to be able to do anything in the game based on how they were playing him in the first quarter, and he still ended the game with 11 carries for 103 yards and that one touchdown. Um, Man, that dude, he's a real old school football player, man. Downhill runner, man. Uh, I thought he might have got another touchdown in the game the way it was going, but that was his only score. I think what cost Ole Miss this game though, honestly, was time of possession, man. That's really what it boils down to. It was a smart approach by the Hurricanes. I mean, y'all, they were on the field for 41 minutes, the Miami Hurricanes, and Ole Miss was only on there 18 minutes. So basically, the offense only had truly like a half, one quarter to themselves. I mean, the majority of the time, the ball and the possession went to Miami, and that's not good for a defense. Which is why on that final possession, I literally said in the watch party, I'm like, this defense is gas. Like number 52 was right there at Carson Beck, but exhaustion caught up to him. And I really believe Ole Miss should have called another timeout on that final play where Carson Beck got their run in. Because, like, when they were coming out of the play, man, they were just looking winded, So those were some of the key stats, man. Well, that was the biggest key stat to me was time of possession, and it favored Miami. Third down conversions as well. Miami was 11 of 19. Ole Miss was 2 of 10. Um, Miami had 28 first downs. Ole Miss had 23. Miami had 88 total plays. Ole Miss had 60. Sacks allowed were 4 by the Hurricanes, 1 allowed by Ole Miss. And it was 1 turnover in the game by Carson Beck. He threw an interception. And I honestly believe it should have been some more, but I think, Ole Miss left some plays on the field. But Trinidad also, he got lucky on some plays where he didn't get a turnover, and it could have been. Carson Beck, 23 of 37, 268 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mark Fletcher Jr., 22 carries at running back for 133 yards. Shamar Brown had 14 carries for 54 yards, 1 touchdown. And Carson Beck had the game-winning touchdown on the ground, and he had 12 carries for -6 yards. Malachi Tony, I can't lie, I love watching him for the Hurricanes, man. Despite me rooting for Ole Miss, I wanted to see Malachi do his thing. Very entertaining player. He had two carries on the ground for 11 yards. And on the receiving end, he was going to ball out. 5 receptions, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Keelan Marion had 7 receptions for 114 and 1 touchdown. Those were the most impactful receivers on offense and the running backs for the Miami Hurricanes. Also, the Hurricanes lost some players in this game. Like, one of their starting defensive linemen, like, he got hurt immediately, like, after the second or third play and got took out the game. But and they usually rotate like 3D linemen. So they were still able to, handle that. Ole Miss did a good job of neutralizing my other favorite player for the Hurricanes, Reuben Bang Jr. He only had like 1 tackle. It was just one of those games, man, where even on the last play, man, when Trinidad attempted the Hail Mary, you could have called a PI, but there was a lot of flags thrown in that fourth quarter, and it was a back and forth. But it was just one of those games, man, where you wish you could get some plays back, but I don't think Ole Miss should hold their head down, man. They played and fought, man, as best as they could. There's a lot of alumni in the building too for both establishments. Miami had Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, Edrin James. Ole Miss had Eli Manning there. I believe Andre Johnson was there as well. I mean, it was a packed house, man, in Glendale, man, at that venue, man. There was a lot of high energy. Carson Beck, man, he was able to make, a historical play, man, for the Hurricanes. And I really just think that time of possession played a huge role into why Ole Miss lost. I mean, to put up that many points, and then the kicker for Ole Miss, he only missed 1 field goal in this game, Lucas Carnio, but he was 4-5. And he even hit a 58-long field goal. He's definitely going to the NFL. And I know they said that he's gonna stay for next year, but LSU wants him as well. But he's definitely gonna be kicking on Sundays whenever he enters the draft. But excellent game, man. But Ole Miss, man, fell just a little short, man. But I'm still proud of the Rebels, man, and the whole fan base for showing up. They put up a fight, but Miami, man, just got away with it, man. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Hit that like, hit that follow button. Make sure as well to follow me on Rumble and Twitch at God Level Genius as well. I am James Vergato, and as always, be God level. The genius is in you. God level genius.